this is the worst idea that I've ever had that I still feel compelled to like carry out and finish the succession. So, what is going on in my life? I'm in Moscow, and I hmm I'm 20. I realized yesterday that I was 23 years old, and I got really depressed because I still feel like a teenager. And it's like I have this friend on Twitter who's like 34 or something, which is very young, 34 is very young. So I was 23, but I'm just saying, like, every once in a while I'll complain about my age, or I'll be like, oh my god, like, I am 23. And she'd be like, girl, you need to shut the fuck up, but in like different words, because she doesn't talk in that way, I don't think. And I'm just like, you don't understand. Like, I have always been very pressured, um, that my life is like going in the gutter constantly, and that I am hopeless, and I have made like huge mistakes which I'll be paying for the rest of my life. And so being 23 and having to sneak out of my aunt and uncle's apartment yesterday at night, it was just like when I came back, when I was doing it, I was just like, okay, well, this is just like I was working with the elements that were present. Okay, like there's this girl that I wanted to see, and she texted me being like, what are you up to? And I was like, I'm trying to fall asleep. And then she's like, well, do you want to come hang? Like, if you can't fall asleep, I'm here with another girl, and like we're just hanging out, we're bored. And she doesn't live too far. She lives like 20 minutes away, but I had to take a taxi, which is not super cheap. But and I was like, in my head, like logically, it would have been better if I had gone to sleep and woken up early today and like done stuff. But I figured, I mean, I'm in Russia. Like, I feel like what if something magical was meant to happen? I mean, it's just like, how can I? This is if I was living here and I was by myself, I would probably just go at one, and I probably would have gone. And it's like I'm experiencing a slice of life. If I was in this country and it's experience, which is what I came here for, which sounds so like annoying and cliche, but why else do people travel, right? I came here for many things actually, but um, so anyway, but I had to sneak out, and their door is really hard to open, their front door, because it's got like a bunch of locks, and I've never mastered it, and it was very loud, but I was able to open it, and I don't think they knew that I was gone, and I got back in time for them to not know that I ever like left, and then I realized that I could have just stayed there and pretended that I woke up really early and like been there the whole time. But it's just it made me really think about my life and my choices, and like that have led to this moment where I feel like I need to sneak out. I mean, my aunt and uncle still see me as like you're a little kid and you don't know what you're doing, and we probably know better than you. But the thing is, I'm just assuming they see me this way because I probably see myself this way, and I've been taught to see myself this way, and like, oh god, I'm so family is like this whole. It comes with such a huge stipulations. I mean, I'm moving back home, and it just feels like the past 2 years that I've spent in New York have been like, they just came and went, and the problems that I was dealing with when I was at home, maybe not so much with my family, but like with myself, have totally stayed, and have not changed. Some things have, I mean, some things have definitely evolved, and some have really become a lot worse, I think, because I left New Hampshire, I was super angry, I could not make any friends, I hated everybody, it was like, I was so mistreated by so many people that I tried to get close to, it was, oh god, like, just thinking about that makes me want to lie down and, like, find a hole in the ground, and then I got to New York, and people were really nice to me, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm not that terrible. You know, maybe it's really not me. Maybe it's New Hampshire, and I spent a very long time being like, New Hampshire is the worst state in the world. You don't want to go there. It sucked. Um, and I think I still feel that way, except now I'm not desperate to have a social life. Because I am very beloved by many people, and I don't even need more friends, you know? And first of all, I'm not lacking in people who are trying to get close to me, and second of all, it's like um, I have so much time, and I just can't with anybody right now, except for my very, like, you know, my circle. Yeah, and I don't know what I started with, to be honest. Well, yeah, so I've been thinking about my age. And how, yes, although maybe if you're 34, me complaining about being 23 might sound like, what the fuck are you talking about? But to me, it's like a really real anxiety. Like, I'm 23, you know? I'm not 17 anymore, 23. And, like, it's also hard to see people your age succeed or younger who are, like, um, doing X, Y, Z, and you're just sitting at home on the internet tweeting about, oh my god, I don't know what my like typical tweet would be. But then I'm sure that there's plenty of people who are, if they were to hear me talk about this, who are like older, like 26, 27, 28, and who are still doing the, you know, kind of dealing with the same stuff that I am, would be like, what the fuck are you on? Like, just stop. Like, don't worry, you're a baby, you're a kid. I don't know. Um, I do have a few more years before I truly start to panic whether or not I'll fulfill my life's mission. Um, and it's also so like terrifying when I see extremely talented people, like 20 years older than me, and still have, um, not have created like an atmosphere in which they are atmosphere, and not have created like a structure in which they're comfortable financially and stuff doing their art. And we also do live in a really tough world, and I don't even know why I call myself a writer because I barely write. um, and yes, so I guess Russia has brought up those anxieties, and um, yeah, and just it's really hard because I'm extremely depressed, and like I have some ideas of stuff to work on, but in order to do them, I need other people. And I mean, yeah, everything is a collaboration right now in my head except for writing, and it's just like talking to strangers, having like a shield, like even just I don't have a huge following online, but even just existing as a woman on the internet, it's like fuck, you can be torn apart, you know? I do not want to deal with it. And at the same time, when I'm thinking of those things, it's kind of like they already become really minuscule, and I can just be like, go in the corner, play with your MRA friends, because you realize, you know, that doesn't matter. If you let it get to you, yes, it'll matter. But if you have like people who are able to, what do you call it, reflect back to you what you want reflected from yourself, you will probably be okay. And it's so strange. Just I always wonder if the things that I care about now, like if I do reach some kind of success, if I am like, you know, will I still care as deeply, or will I? I'm not saying I'm gonna be like global domination, but you know, just what if I have like some sort of, okay, you know, you're going forward in this direction, so how will I'm curious about the changes that would make in my relation with people. I think most likely, because I'm very underaccomplished, right? And yada yada yada. And so like sometimes in New York, especially, you know, you meet people who are not as underaccomplished as you, and they don't even look at you like they'll be nice to you, but it's kind of like this huge. And then there's people who are like wildly, you know, a lot more successful, and then they do take the time to like look at you and like talk to you, and you know, kind of like see you as a person. um I guess I wonder which camp I'll fall into, and I think for sure the latter, but you just never know. You never fucking know. Life is wild, it could change, and like, especially having a lot of wealthy friends who come from families who like never have to, like, class is just so fucking bizarre. You know, don't come from working class. I am middle class. But it's like lower middle class. It's just there's so much above and below me, and it blows my mind. I don't understand it. It's just like it's like a, you know, and I hate money. I hate it, but I think we all hate money, even especially the people who have a lot of money. Like, oh god. Um, so I guess being in Russia has brought up all those things, and I don't know. I meant for this video to be a lot shorter. I meant for it to be 8 minutes. It is now nearing 12, so I guess that's not possible. So what's new in my life? Panicking about age, thinking a lot about success, even though I'm not doing any work. Which is like typical of me, like, oh, I'll get there. I'll do it eventually. But no, I mean, I know, like, some people think I'm so dumb. I'm just like, no, I realize I do know I totally understand, like, that certain things require a shit ton of work, and I know, like, I'm not that dislocated from reality. I also am very intuitive, and I predict my own future, and if I say something's gonna happen, it will happen. Like, for instance, I said I was gonna come to Russia, okay? I had, like, $100 to my name a month ago, okay? And I'm still here. Oh, okay, yeah. So, therefore, and I think part of why I'm here is I kept telling everyone, I was like, I'm gonna go to Russia. And then I came. Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's it. Yeah.